probably about 3 hours since I last filmed. It's still Saturday, so when I finished filming I had a bit of a listen to a bit of Stevie Nicks. As you saw, I was listening to it anyway, and then I hoovered in here, or vacked, different people call it different things, took it downstairs, not the next floor, the floor below, and did all down there. Then I sat downstairs writing blog posts, did I? Or was that before? Anyway, I then went into the office room that I've got and did some more blog post writing for well over an hour. I used to be able to sit and do more, but my motivation lately is just shot, but I'm determined to do 100 posts in a row. Last time I ended up in hospital at Christmas and I was 8 short, and I was gutted because I'd done 92, and to be 8 short, it's not good. I think I finish on the 10th of May, so I think tomorrow's is ready. I actually need to check. I know I wrote it. I think it is actually ready. I'm not sure about Mondays if it's ready or not. It might need a picture or something. Tuesdays need a picture and finishing. Like I said in the last update, I had written it today, but I feel like it's actually finished. I feel like I just need to put a picture on, and there's 2 links I need to add to it. Wednesday I don't know what's going up. Thursday, I believe I just written Thursdays. Yeah, I did. Need to add pictures to that. Fridays I don't have a clue, so I want to do a bit more work on it tomorrow. I used to work on it every day, even if it was just to put a picture or some pictures on a blog post, but I'm lacking in motivation. I'll be so happy if I get to 100. And then, like, I used to post 3 days a week, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and I feel like it's going to go back to that, but there'll be times when there'll be more posts if I'm feeling better or more motivated or my health is better. So that's what I've been doing. I've had to put my phone on charge because literally it got to 1%. So I thought I'd do a video. I am going to go and eat because I'm hungry, but I think I'm really thirsty because when I've worked out what I've drank today, I've not had that much to drink, and I'm meant to be drinking at least 2 litres of water on top of whatever else I may drink. So I need to get on that. It is a hot day as well, and like I'm half undressed, and that's why I was like, I've got to film before I take my clothes off. Don't know what to put on because it's just so humid. I'm now a great aunt. I think I mentioned when my niece was pregnant. I probably told you around September time, October possibly. She had a baby like almost Saturday morning, so it was like Friday, so yesterday, and she's had a baby boy called Tyler James. Is it Tyler James? Yeah, Tyler James. And what I've not talked about on here is and I don't want to talk about it too much because it's like a personal thing, but at the 20-week scan we found out there was a problem with the baby, or well, my niece did, it's not my baby, and basically there was something wrong with the baby's heart, and she got referred to Alder Hey Hospital, and she had to go, and the baby's right side of the heart wasn't growing properly. It wasn't growing at all, and they've continued to monitor her. She's had lots of hospital appointments, and they did say to her the day after the baby's born it'll have to have an operation and another one, I think it was 3 weeks later. So the chances weren't amazing, but my niece has been totally positive throughout, and everyone's been positive for her, but they've also been worried, you know, it might turn out badly, and so it's been one of the things that has stressed me out because I'm quite close to my niece. We're not very much age-wise between us, to be honest. Basically, the baby's okay. It's doing okay. Obviously, it's got a heart problem because the right side has not grown. Like, the left side has grown. You can live like that, but obviously at some point the baby will have to have an operation, and they're being kept in for 3 days, but it's not because of the baby, it's because of my niece. When she was pushing, there was like quite a loud cracking sound, and they think it might be a pelvis, so she needs checking out. But they were going to keep the baby in anyway because they did think they were going to operate, but at the moment he's doing really well. He's 2 weeks early and he weighs 7'7", So I was 2 weeks early and I weighed 7'7", so it's kind of like a family thing. And yeah, he's doing great and everyone's really happy, and like everyone's actually shocked because we all did think, you know, he was going to get taken straight into theatre today, and they were surprised. So he's a little fighter and things are good. And my brother was with her throughout, because my brother and my niece are so close because he wasn't very old when he had her. My brother's a lot older than me. And yeah, so we've had a little bit of good news because there is some other bad news going on in the family, and it's just really stressful. So hopefully he will continue to flourish. He's really well, actually. Everyone's really surprised. He's beat the odds. The doctors are baffled, like, because they thought he was going to be very poorly, and he's doing great. And they're staying in for 3 days, mainly because of my niece, and hopefully there's nothing wrong with her pelvis, but we'll soon find out on that. So I've not talked about it on purpose this whole time, but I've known since she was, I think she found out at 24 weeks about it has got a name, the condition. I can't remember what it's called. So we've known a while, and it's upsetting to hear because at first they basically thought the baby would die, like not even wouldn't reach birth, would basically die inside my niece, which is horrible. So it was upsetting for the family, but every time they went, the heart hasn't really grown, and they're not going to mess around with the baby. They're going to let the baby just be a baby and get stronger and do what all normal babies do, but they're going to keep a close eye on him, and he will have to have scans and things like that, but you know, not yet. So that's a bit of good news, and yeah, it's just a relief. And like, I was just so worried about my niece because she's been so positive about it, like he's going to be fine, because she found out he was a boy at 20 weeks. Her positivity's just been amazing, but I'm always like, it is good to be positive, but also at the same time you need to think about, is it going to end badly? Like, you need to be prepared for both, and she wasn't. So I'm so happy that like she's got a little perfect little baby boy, and she'll be able to go on probably Tuesday, because it was like just before midnight, so it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, so she'll probably go on Tuesday. He'll hopefully keep getting stronger and stronger, and you know, maybe his heart, I don't know if your heart can develop when you've been born, I don't know how it works, but we'll soon find out. And yeah, I've like, now he's been born, I've bought some baby things. I've been holding off because the doctors did think, you know, he's going to be rushed straight into theatre, the chances wouldn't be good, but yeah, he's fine. And yeah, I thought I'd share that because I did mention September, October time, I think it was definitely October, that my niece was pregnant, and I was like, because I don't particularly like who she's with, but they've been together about 7 years now, and they're engaged, but I don't know, I think he needs to grow up, but maybe this will make him grow up. So that's one thing, but there is something else going on in the family, and I've not mentioned that, and I'm not going to go into what it is. And yeah, I just hope that one works out okay, because they're pretty positive about what they've been diagnosed with, and they think they're going to get better, and hopefully they will get better. So one's gone well, so let's hope the other one goes well. So it's always a weight off your mind. Like when I got told this morning, it was my daddy's, like, Katie, my niece is called Katie, had the baby, and I'm like, is he okay? Like, that was my first question, because I was like, oh God, please be okay. And thankfully he is. And yeah, God, it's just been like tough waiting, because like the doctor thought the baby would die while she was pregnant. So I'm glad everything's okay, and she went into labour. I think she had a 26-hour labour. So, and my brother was with her the whole time. I'm obviously a partner, and I think probably her mum as well. but she's very close with my dad. I mean, not my dad. Well, with her dad. So my dad's a great granddad now, and my brother's a granddad. Oh God. I'm a great aunt, which makes me sound about 90, but there's not a very big age gap between me and my niece anyway. Yeah, there is some good news sometimes. I don't know what I'm going to do this week. I don't know, I'm lacking in motivation. Like, I could have, well, typically my Saturday isn't my busy day. Normally I try and make Sunday quite busy where I'm doing stuff all day, but I've not done it since well before Devon, and I've been very down. Like, Devon, I was relaxed and chilled out and stuff, but I was ill, so I was stuck in the hotel for like 20 hours a day, which wasn't the plan. And you know, it was hard being ill away from home. It made things worse because I'm stuck in a room, whereas like here I'm ill, I can go downstairs if I want, I can go in the kitchen, I can make food. There I had to go out every day to get food and stuff, whereas here, if I really needed to, I could get a food delivery, or I could get my dad to get stuff. But I do push myself to go out every day, even if it's just to pick up a couple of things, just to make myself go out. But lately, and I've not been documenting my life as much, I've not been going out a lot. There was like, when I came back, I stayed in for days, and like, there was two reasons. The first reason was I needed a new tyre. My tyres are not standard size, they're large tyres. I couldn't get hold of a tyre, and my dad was trying to get me to get cheaper tyres. I wanted premium, he wanted me to get low range, cheap but low range. No, medium range, mid-range, and he wanted me to get in like the cheapest in the mid-range, and we were arguing over it, and I'm thinking, it's my car, it's my money. If I want to buy premium tyres, I will do. So I eventually got one on the Tuesday, so I didn't drive my car, even though it was legal. It was like, I think it was like on 1.8 and the legal is 1.6, and I didn't want to drive it, didn't want to wear it down, so my dad was meant to arrange for, because I remember I filmed when I came back the day after, I was meant to get it done on the Saturday, but he was trying to get one of our clients to do it cheap, and I was like, I can't wait, because he'll make me wait weeks, and there never seems to be any hurry with him. So I got it done on the Tuesday, but I've not really been going out every day. I went out Thursday, Friday, today. I won't go out Saturday because I really go out on a Sunday now. I stopped when I had that job because I weren't doing much, because I'd come home stressed from the job, and sometimes I'd get a little bit done and then sit there all night stressed out because I've got to go to work the next day, then I'll stay up all night stressed out because when I wake up, I've got to go there. So I weren't getting much done, so I'd literally spend like 12, 13, 14 hours on the Sunday, like till 2 the following morning, getting stuff done and still never catching up. So I've kind of carried on with that. Like, Sunday's my busy day, I'll keep busy. I'll literally do so much stuff, and it's good, but since before Devon I'm like getting next to nothing done, and I think I got a fair bit done, was it last Sunday or the Sunday before, but not to the levels that I should be getting done, and it's getting frustrating for me because I'm falling behind on stuff, but it's like I have no motivation, I feel down, I feel ill, I'm in a lot of pain. A big misdiagnosed by the doctor I saw on Friday. I've got bone pain according to her. I know what it is, I know I've had it so many times because it's one of my things. So I've got to wait till a week on Monday to see my normal doctor, and I hope she doesn't listen to what the other doctor said, because she's the better doctor and she knows me really well. But I just want to start getting more productive. I don't want to just sit around doing nothing all day. Yes, typically Saturdays I don't do as much, and I've done more than last Saturday, and I've done quite a bit of writing, but I need to do a lot more writing because I don't want to end up in hospital and have missing blog posts. Even if I schedule every single one I need till the 10th, I need to fill in the schedule because I've not worked out what I want. I think I've only worked out what's going up until the 3rd of May. But even if I just schedule them, at least the post will go up and I can add to it later, so that it will be 100 continuous posts. So I might do that tomorrow and write bits and pieces on each one, so then they're all partly written. I need to do some tidying. I've been meaning to tidy my table, the big table, for ages, and there's loads of crap on it. There's loads of ironing, so obviously ironing would be something to do tomorrow. My new hospital bag's on there because I did change which hospital bag that I'm using. I'm using the one that I took to Devon, that new one that I bought that was black. That's its use now. It's a hospital bag. It's got everything in it I'd probably want. Like, I want to get rid of all the crap that I don't need and don't want. I feel like I need another clothes clear out, especially the drawers. And I keep stuff, you know, like, oh, I can just wear it around the house. But I only need a certain amount of just wear around the house clothes, don't I? So when I have another go at the drawers, especially over there, because there's just underwear everywhere, I feel like I need to make a little bit of room in a drawer to put more underwear in, because I have a lot, because I kept buying it and then I found it all and I'm like, why have I got all this underwear? All had the tags on and everything, so I need to sort my life out a little bit. But I just need to, like, sort this house out. I'll feel better when there's less stuff here, because then if there's less stuff, it'll be more tidy and there won't be, like, stuff everywhere. And that's where I was going with it. Like, before I went away, you saw me tidy up my wardrobe. Not bad. Not going to zoom because it's dark in here. Look at all the ASOS stuff that needs returning. I've hung up the stuff that I'm thinking of keeping. It won't focus. The drawers are looking better. There's a wash basket on top of my dryer that I really need to go through and get rid of stuff, because if I don't remember it's there, obviously I don't need it. I need to take all the coats out my car that I took to Devon with me. They're still in there. So there's just little bits and pieces that, like, will take 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But it's just lack of motivation, and I know it's because I'm feeling down and I'm really struggling with how I'm feeling at the moment, and I don't know, there's nothing happened to make me feel this way, not really. I mean, there's a couple of things. I mean, I did allude to someone having a go at me the other Monday. Was it the Monday? I don't know. And what they've said has actually hurt me, and like I said, I did speak to them about it and they still stand by what they've said to me. And it's just so frustrating and upsetting, but at least I got to say to them, you upset me, blah blah blah. And it does help me when I get to say that, unlike, you know, Melissa from the police, destroyed me, made me suicidal and makes me, I still want to die because of her. And I can't tell her what she's done and how she's made me feel and ask her why she did the things she did, because that's all I want and it'll make me feel better. So when that person upset me a couple of weeks ago, I was in the position to ask them why. Hi. So it's now Monday morning. It's about 2 AM or, well, probably 1:45. The camera isn't on me. And by 1:45 I mean in the morning, because, you know, as you can see, it's pitch black in my room. Except for that. I've literally just got in bed like 10 seconds before I started filming. I'm really down. That's one of the reasons why I've not been filming lately, and I know when I've been down before, I sometimes will continue to film to just get myself to talk, to occupy my mind, to distract my mind, to stop me from thinking too much for that amount of time. And it's not even necessarily that I'm thinking about too much. I'm just really, really down, and of course some stuff is like floating around my head a little bit, but it's not continuous. It's just I'm really, really down and I'm struggling, really, really struggling, and I've always tried to continue to film even when I'm down, but there's just something in me at the moment that's just like, I don't particularly want to carry on filming, or I'm not bothered about filming. I'm not bothered that the daily videos are going to run out at some point. I'm not saying they're going to run out soon. I was scheduling what was already uploaded earlier, and it gets me to May. I think it's the 1st of May that I've got to, and I think there's like 4, maybe 5 videos on my phone. So, you know, it'll probably get me to the second week of May, because obviously there's bi-weekly ones as well. And hopefully by then I will have done my 2-year anniversary update video. I would like it to go up before end of April, because I did start the channel in April. It's around the 6th or the 8th or the 7th. It's one of those, but I've just not been in the position to film it or get it up. My priority literally when I came back from Devon was just edit and then upload everything that was already on my computer, then empty one of the memory cards onto the computer and do the same with that, and then the same with the third one. Obviously this memory card is getting fuller now because I've been filming, and you will have seen the video where I did a tidying video in my kitchen. That will go up as a separate video. It won't be a daily video, it won't be a bi-weekly video, because I want to do other types of videos on this channel rather than just daily and weekly vlogs. I want to do other little bits and pieces, so I'll be putting that one up. It's probably a boring video, but it shows a great storage solution, so I filmed that. And then the other day I filmed a trying on clothes haul, which will probably go up as a bi-weekly video or something, but the bi-weekly footage is sorted to like the 8th or 9th or 11th of June. It's around that sort of time, and it's like 23rd of April, so it's like 6 weeks ahead, maybe a bit more, because I was filming a crazy amount. But right now it's just like, don't really want to film. That's literally, honestly, how I feel. And like in the past I've been down and I've carried on, and it helps, it's a distraction. But right now it's just like, I don't know. I did bring my camera up to my room on purpose to film, because my head's in a place that it's not really ever been in. It's kind of been in this place, but it's not been to the severity that it is. So I was a little bit concerned by what was going on in my head, and I thought, film for a little bit, see if it distracts me, see if it takes me away from how dark I feel in my head. I mean, like, the only other option would be to do a live video of me sleeping to, well, me going in bed, because I don't think I'm going to sleep much. I've got the bladder of a 900-year-old today. I'm just constantly going every few minutes. Like, this is the longest I've been without going in the last hour. And that irritates me, because, like, I had it like 6 weeks ago and I went to my doctor's and there was no infection. She's like, oh, you might just have an overactive bladder. But she's not the one going to the toilet over 50 times a day, and like, I literally go, stand up and I need to go again, or I'll walk into the room, back out the room, and then I need to go again, and it's that ridiculous. So she's like, you might have an overactive bladder. Instead of saying, oh, we'll give you something for it. And it did calm down a little bit. It went from, I think, like, the most I did, because I didn't count every day, the most I did was 53, and it went down to about 34 times a day, which is still a lot. It's easier when you're out and about, but when you're like laid down in bed and like you need to go, literally you can't go to sleep, you can't do anything. And I'll go and it won't even be like anything really, it's just like a dribble. I know it's not like maybe too much information, but people might be wondering, and like, it's good to be open and honest about these things. It's just driving me crazy because it's flared up again. And it's worse when it's night time, like now. Like last night I was up and down all night because of it. But I'm not going to film for much longer. I'm down, if I end up doing a live video, it's because I can't shake how I feel. But I may never film again, because that's how dark a place I am. At least I've documented it, and at least it's something to look back on if anything does happen.